Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. This is tomorrow's transfers today. It is Thursday, so we're bringing you Friday's headlines today. Hope you guys are all well. I'm reading through some of your comments now and it's funny as hell. Some of you guys are in absolute panics over the transfer window so far. Others of you are saying calm down guys. It's early yet. The transfer window hasn't even opened, and that's exactly what I'm saying. The transfer window isn't open yet, guys, so just relax a little bit. Of course, we want to get most of our business done by the beginning of the by the beginning of the pre-season, which is in about a week or so's time, about 10 days time. So I would like to see us have at least one or two more signings by then. But like some of you are saying, everybody just needs to relax a little bit, calm down a little. Manchester United will get their business done, I'm sure. And if we haven't in like a week or 10 days, we haven't signed another player or two, that's probably the time to be panicking. Now today, we're talking Ivan Perisic, like you can see from the title. We're talking Alvaro Morata, and we're also talking Ander Herrera as well as answering a lot of your questions. I can see loads of them coming through. We've got Jarhead, we've got Mark from Ireland, we've got Richard, we've got Robert, Dabrid, we've got Matty P, Anaruda, Hussein, Woodward out. Relax, calm down guys. We've got so long of this transfer window left. You just need to relax a little bit. And of course, look to the side of me. Look right there. You can see that we've already made one signing in Victor Lindelof, although Zlatan Ibrahimovic has gone out. Well, he's been released on a free, as has Josh Harrop, who, funnily enough, Simon Grayson, the manager that signed him at Preston, has now joined Sunderland, which is an interesting one. He'll have a new manager. So, anyway, first things first, and we'll get into the news that's hot off the press and is all over Twitter at the moment. And it seems to be regarding Ivan Perisic. Now, Sky, that Cave Solico and Dimarzio as well are also reporting it. The Inter Milan have managed to raise their 30 million euros, which they had a deadline of the 30th of June, which is Friday. So this will be in the press tomorrow. Inter Milan have managed to meet their target of 30 million euros to meet with the financial fair play regulations. And that has been done without having to sell Ivan Perisic. Now, if you remember before in tomorrow's transfers today, I've been saying we've given this offer to Inter Milan. Let's wait a little bit. We know they need to raise these funds. Let's wait. Let's hold it out. And it seemed that was the plan from Manchester United. Hold out for 30 to 35 million euros for Ivan Perisic, when Inter Milan were asking for 50 million euros, which turns out to be around 45, 48 million pounds, I think. Crazy money for Perisic. Now, I'm no longer surprised by transfer fees. When you talk about 60 to 70 million euros for Morata, when you talk about 40 million euros, 50 million euros for Fabinho, 40 million euros for Matic, I'm not surprised by those fees. Those fees are obviously exorbitant. They're crazy fees. But I can understand those fees to some certain extent. I can't understand the fee that Inter Milan are demanding for Ivan Perisic. I think Ivan Perisic is a decent player. He can play in a number of positions after striker. Obviously works well out on the left. But I don't think he's an improvement on our first 11. I don't think he's an improvement on our first 11 at all. I'd rather see Anthony Martial playing there on the wide left. So, Ivan Perisic, whilst he would be a good addition to the squad, if we miss out on him because Inter Milan no longer desperately need the money, they now hold all the cards, they can demand whatever fee they want. There were other reports coming out from Italy earlier on in the day who were saying that they wanted 50 million euros for him. And if United didn't pay 50 million euros by Friday, by the 30th of June, then of course Inter Milan would ask for more money after that. So they gave United a deadline. But whether that has changed now because they've obviously met the financial fair play requirements remains to be seen. But that is coming out in Italy, everywhere else as well. Dimarzio, Sky Italia, Sky Sports are all reporting the same, that Inter Milan have met their financial fair play regulations. Their requirements, and that has been done without needing to sell Perisic. So now they're asking big bucks. Does that mean the Perisic deal is off? Should Manchester United look elsewhere at other options? What do you guys think? Get your comments in below. Now, someone asked for an update on the FTD FC team. There's no updates as such. If you've seen the last video, then that's where it is at the moment. Obviously, there's more teams getting added. I think Palmer's FC have been added today, but there's no more from Full-Time Devils at the moment until obviously next week when the tournament takes place. Ronan's watching in Ireland. ZNE06 says we need Morata, and I'll be talking about Morata a little bit later on today, as well as just checking as well what other news is coming through overnight that will be in the headlines tomorrow. So we'll be checking the Twitter sphere as well. Damiola says we should look for alternatives. Richard says we don't need Perisic. We've got Marshall. We don't need him, says Ronan. So a lot of people are feeling the same. Gladiator's Army says, are you drunk? I'm not drunk. Does it seem like I'm drunk? No one is going to boss us around. If they want to play hardball, then they can F off, says Man United 13, Liverpool 0, which is obviously a reference to the Premier League titles. But yeah, I totally agree. If Inter Milan are going to be demanding this 50 million euros, then we need to show teams that, look, we're not going to be messed around in this transfer window. We're happy to walk away from deals if they're not suitable for us. I'm talking about a deal that, like you guys are saying as well, I hope United don't walk away from. Something in the Metro, which is... the Metro are a funny sort of paper, aren't they? Well, they're saying Alvaro Morata has proven he has not cut short his honeymoon to force through a Man United transfer. And they're using Instagram pictures to do this. Typical transfer window bullshit. And the transfer window isn't even over yet. So they're using Instagram pictures now. He could have posted those pictures once he was in Madrid. You don't have to be on holiday to post your holiday pictures, right? But obviously, they're saying he's not in Madrid. He's on his honeymoon still. So it leaves the question lingering. What is going on with this deal, with this Alvaro Morata deal? Just what is going down? Mike Bolt says, don't get metroed. And Bescal says, F the metro. I totally agree with you as well, by the way. But I'm just using it to be a topic starter. What do you think about this Alvaro Morata deal now? Do you think it's running along too long? Do you think we're waiting for Alvaro Morata to actually finish his honeymoon and then go to do his medical and then join Manchester United? It could be a case that the deal is done, because we've heard for a long time in Spain, in England, various reports, even Damasio, that Manchester United have agreed terms with the player. We just need to agree a fee. Nazadik asks private jet Morata now. There was a private jet that arrived in Manchester from Madrid today, in Manchester Airport. And come on, guys. Manchester Airport's one of the biggest airports in the country, probably in the UK, probably in Europe. There's going to be private jets flying in and out of that place all times. And it's not like Madrid is an unknown city. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that can afford to fly a private jet from Madrid to Manchester. But it is, of course, an interesting one. Was Alvaro Morata on that plane? I don't know. I don't care. I just want this deal to be done very, very soon. We've got over 1,000 people in here at the moment. Thank you all for getting involved as well, guys. It means a lot for you guys tuning in at night, whether it's morning, early hours, whatever it is. Thank you all for getting involved. Please do hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to Full-Time Devils as well. We'll be with you throughout the preseason, whether it's talking transfers or talking the preseason games. We'll be with you throughout the whole thing. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Zane says Lingard over Perisic. Why settle for Matic when we could go for Fabinho or Nangalan? Look, you don't always get what you want in life. We may get Matic, we may get Fabinho, we may get whoever. But regardless of who we get, whether you wanted someone else or not, it doesn't mean you take it out on the player that we get. I mean, Matic is a decent player in his own right. Of course, I would rather have Fabinho too. I would probably rather have Nangalan too, although Nangalan and Matic are probably a little bit closer than the Fabinho and Matic comparison in my head anyway. So just relax a little bit. The deals will get done, I think. I think we all just need to relax a little bit. I don't think it's time to be hitting panic stations just yet. Brian says Roy Keane confirmed. I wish, mate. I wish. If we could get a time machine and bring Roy Keane back. How much would Roy Keane be worth in this market today? I've seen Rio Ferdinand put a tweet out which said His £30 million transfer fee, when we paid it then, would be worth £114 million now, there or thereabouts anyway. £114 million, and he'd be worth every single penny, wouldn't he? Real. What a player he is. Do you think Rashford will be starting, says ATF DZ? I think Rashford will get games, yeah. He got games last season, and I think he'll continue to get games this season. Fantastic talent, and he works hard as well. Even when he's not scoring or making goals, he works hard for the team, and Jose Mourinho absolutely loves that kind of thing. Cameron's watching from California, someone else watching from South Africa. Gladiators Army's watching in India. Excellent stuff, thank you guys. Hope you guys are all well as well. We're also talking today, now this is in the Daily Star and everywhere else tomorrow as well. And I think it emanates from Spain, because of Spanish reports about Marco Verratti. Now apparently Barcelona are trying to make Marco Verratti walk out of training and not turn up for training. But as a plan B to Verratti, the rumours in Spain are that Ander Herrera is a plan B to Marco Verratti if Barcelona can't get that signing through. Now, we obviously heard earlier in the summer that Ander Herrera was having none of it. He didn't want to leave Manchester United and he committed his future to the clubs. And the Independent say United are digging in their heels with Ander Herrera. Barcelona reckon a bid of £60 million would get their man. And United are saying they see Herrera as a future club captain, so don't want to let him go. I have no worries about this one. No worries at all. Whether it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, whoever. I have no worries that Ander Herrera will be a Manchester United player next summer. I may look really, really stupid if something does happen, but I'm not taking these rumours as anything more than probably Barcelona trying to smoke out some movement from Marco Verratti's agent or Paris Saint-Germain or the player himself to get the player to do something. To get the player to force the move. I don't think this is actually Barcelona going for Ander Herrera. But if they did, Ander Herrera's staying. He ain't going nowhere. We'd all make sure of that. I'm sure of it. Yasser, thank you for tuning in. Ellis, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Will David De Gea leave for Real Madrid this summer, says MUFC Fan TV. I don't think so. Now, at the end of the season, I did think David De Gea would be off and would be leaving Manchester United. But now I'm feeling like he's going to stay. I hope I'm not wrong in that. But the way things have gone so far, Real Madrid being as successful as they were last season, the whole Donnarumma situation, I got a feeling that Dave will still be in red next season. Well, in green or black or whatever colour the goalies wear. But I've got a feeling he'll still be playing with that Manchester United badge on his chest next season. Fingers crossed I'm right on this one. And this isn't being clipped up by Arsenal and Liverpool and Chelsea fans in a few weeks if David De Gea was to leave. So guys, that's been tomorrow's transfers today. We expect to see lots of Alvaro Morata and of course Ivan Perisic and Ander Herrera in the papers tomorrow. So make sure you get your comments in below on all that we have discussed today. Make sure you subscribe to Full Time Devils. Stephen Alson will be with you tomorrow. But I will be live at 8 p.m. I'm live at 8 p.m. UK time every day on my own YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Adam McCullough. I'm trying to get 40,000 subscribers by the beginning of the Premier League season. So if you're not subscribed, go and hit subscribe on that. And of course, like, share and subscribe all of Full Time Devils videos. I'll be back soon. I think Tuesday is my tomorrow's transfers today. And Steve will be with you until then. Until then, guys, I've been Adam McCullough. I'm out of here.